Hello everybody, this is John Matus from Training Center Manager Software. This is one of our tutorial videos where you'll get to see a couple of operations of Training Center Manager, and the one I've selected for this particular segment of video is the functionality of the Students tab in the Courses screen. So if you go to View Edit Courses and you choose one of the courses in your database, in this case course number 4 on 12/31/2005, what I'd like to show you is some of the operations you can perform from the Students tab here. So this is the area of the software where you keep all of your students logged. In this particular case, there are 5 students registered for this class, and I'd like to show you some of the functionalities that you can do both on the buttons on the right and some of the screen elements here. Let's choose one of these fellows. Let's say student 2 for argument's sake here. You'll notice his name, his location in terms of mailing address, etc., email, phone number, other various pieces of information here. Now let's say that this particular student has signed up and he has registered with his address from work. Let's say 555 Chestnut Street is his workplace. And let's say that every student in this course is going to register with the address 555 Chestnut Street because they're all using their work address. What you could do is you could take one of these students and hit the clone button next to the field that you want to keep from student to student. So let's say everybody has the same mailing address and they also have the same company phone number. Now by depressing those buttons, you will keep those buttons for future data entry. So let me show you how this works. If we hit New Student, what it does is it clears a new template so you can add your next person. And this student is going to be Student 9. That's going to be his name. So I'm going to type in Student 9. And when you tab over to the street address, it automatically puts in 555 Chestnut because this button is depressed. If I hit Tab, it gives me the address, the city, and the zip code. Email presumably is going to be different, so I'm going to enter a unique email from him. And his phone number pops up automatically when I tab over to it too. So assuming this is all you need, or maybe his, let's say his EMT or his nursing license number, assuming that's all you need, you can go ahead and hit New Student, and you'll see that Student 9 is now here. Okay. And by hitting the student, again, it clears up the template so you can enter more people in this area. So that's the purpose of these little tiny buttons. Kind of suspicious looking. If you didn't know what they did, that's the short answer to it. Other things that you can do from this page include deleting a student. So let's say student 3 gives you a call. And he says, listen, I'd love to come to that class, but I got this thing going on and I can't make it. You can just highlight them, hit delete, and confirm. And no more student 3, he's all gone. If you hit new template, that frees up your entry field so you can put in new people. Other things that you can do is move a student. So let's say student 9 gives you a call and said, listen, I'm signed up for that course on 12/31. I kind of got screwed up. I got this thing going on I can't get out of. Can you put me into the course on 9/11/12 instead? What you can do is highlight the student, in this case student 9, move the student here with the button, select the course you would like him to go to, course 9/11/12, and hit change course number. Now what that's going to do is it closes the screen behind, and the student is now in this course. But if you want to double check because you don't quite trust it, hit open new course. That opens this course, 9/11/12, and hit students. You will see our friend student 9 right in there. So this is how to laterally move a student from one course to the other without having to delete and enter all the stuff all over again. Helpful feature, present in version 5 and after. Well, let's go back to our original course, 12/31/2025. We're down to 4 students here, kind of a rough time. Once you've completed the class, you can enter all of their scores. You'll notice that's been done already. This guy passed, he got a 98. This guy had a little trouble, had to be remediated, but otherwise got a 90. He's a pass. Let's give him a 100 because he was just a super test taker here. And let's see how this guy did. Gonna give him a 90. Okay. So everybody took the course, everybody did very well. If you hit certificate printer, that will put all of the people who are marked pass or pass remediated or something with the word pass in it into this screen. I'm going to not get into this screen right now because I have a second tutorial on this. There's just way too many buttons to talk about here, and I want to do a good job on this. So look for the tutorial on certificate printing, and that'll tell you how to use that screen. Other buttons you can use, make a quick course roster here. This roster has been kind of formulated around the AHA requirements for a roster, so this will give you a good sense of what's involved. You'll notice that the accrediting body will print here, in this case the Heart Association, because that's the national accrediting agency identified in the software for the BLS for Healthcare Provider Renewal course. Other accrediting bodies will pop up here if you identify them and link them with the name of the course. And roster that is suitable for assignment or stapling to the class. Equipment decontamination can enter the name of the person there, whoever did the cleanup, and the lead instructor can sign here as certifying the course was conducted appropriately. Other helpful operations include confirmations of students. So let's go to this fellow right here, student 0. If you want to send them an email confirmation, you can hit the email confirm button. And unfortunately I don't have a lot of memory on this particular computer, but if I did, what you would see is that it would just automatically email via the MAPI client installed on the computer this form letter attached to an email. So the student knows where to show up, what time, what day, how long the course is going to last, and any basic additional info that you put in your form letters. Maybe you don't use email, you want to send them a paper copy, you can certainly just print a paper copy of that and put it in the mail. And if you want to make a postcard, this is a pretty cool mechanism. What you can do is, for everybody in the class, it will set up some postcards. So what you see here is basically something you can print onto 8.5 by 11 cardstock, like a 22-cent stamp here in the right-hand corner, slice it down the middle and height-wise. With a paper cutter, and what you have is a very inexpensive way of confirming the course with the location, time, etc. Now keep in mind postcards are kind of limited in terms of information, so there's not quite as much on there. You can also print some mailing labels for the class. The supported label is Avery 5160-5160. And there you are, you could just do a mailing to all the students in the class with confirmation letters, etc. Or you could broadcast email. Again, the memory is a little short right now, but if you hit that, what you could do is under 2 you can put yourself, and if you hit make BCC list, it puts everybody in the course's email, I have to do that over again, into the blind carbon copy area. So what happens is they will receive the email but not see the email addresses of the other person or the other people who are sent. And you can put whatever text you'd like here, confirmation of class, blah blah blah. And what it'll do is it'll attach a sent letter. It basically attaches the same letter to each one of these emails, so it's a very helpful tool for automating confirmations by email for you. So that's the last big feature of this particular screen. This is where a lot of the action happens when you're booking classes and registering students. So familiarity with this course details screen, the Students tab in particular, will give you some reasonable familiarity with what's going on. If you're not real familiar with the software, it's Training Center Manager software. You'll find it at www.trainingcentermanager.com. Our phone number is here if you have any questions, and you can see lots of cool instructor stuff at cprinstructor.com. Hope that's been helpful, and look for other videos on YouTube.